Hello and welcome to Tales from the Paper Darkness, Gothic short stories and poems by Derwin Seraphine. Tonight's episode, By the Graveside. The Unknown Vigil. It had become a tradition with us all, coming to this place, this sight that was at once strange and yet familiar, both cold and comforting, homely and yet dead. It must have appeared so strange to anyone who saw us, this group of seemingly unconnected souls, as we stand in the long abandoned graveyard. But we all know that we are meant to be here. We have never said it out loud, even to ourselves, and yet we gather here together. Our vigil to all of the lost memories, the forgotten people. Together and yet alone we stand, our monument to the past, on the day the dead walk. Amongst the stones. It was late, much later than I had intended to stay, much later than anyone would want to stay in this place. For a second, as I stood, I wondered if the gates would be locked. There was no reason for them not to be. No one in their right mind stayed in a graveyard after dark, and least of all this one. They wouldn't have thought to check for me when they locked up. Not right at the back, in the oldest part by the ivy-covered stones. Rushing now, I walked as fast as I could back towards the gates. As I expected, they were locked up. It had been a stupid idea to stay so long. Frantically, I scanned the walls, my eyes pacing back and forward until I found a small gap. Leaping up onto the railing, I thought I was free until I tumbled backwards onto the cold, hard ground. Lying there, I was surprised as anyone would be when it happened. He helped me up. In that dead and empty place, his decaying corpse helped me up. The Undead Chorus. I always wake at 3. It is their cries that rouse me, the undead chorus. His shuffling footsteps, pacing out all his regrets, the once condemned man. She sits, drip, drip, drip. Alone she dove off of the ship, lonely drowned girl. Long ago they died, yet they are ever by my side, the undead chorus. Wailing by my bed, she sits now filled with regret. Mother killed her child. Singing in the dark, to banish fear from his heart, a lonesome soldier. The ghosts stalk me still, I know that they always will, my undead chorus. That was The Unknown Vigil, Amongst the Stones, and The Undead Chorus. All 3 of these can be found in Tales from Behind the Wallpaper, which is available on Kindle or paperback. Thank you for listening.